All right, well, COVID vaccine passports, these are a thing now that Joe Biden is discussing, and New York already has their Excelsior Pass, which allows you to go to concerts and shows and essentially act as a free individual. This is way past the line of what is even remotely acceptable. I mean, next to nothing the government has done in response to COVID has been acceptable. If we were wondering what the next level of authoritarianism is, it is this. It's odd because vaccine passports were something that if you brought them up in conversation 2 months ago, you were immediately labeled as an Alex Jones type conspiracy theorist. You're crazy, you've lost your mind, and here we are. They're either here already or they're right around the corner, depending on where you are. And what a weird dichotomy this is. When it comes to COVID, you must not be allowed to make your own decision on risk. You must be fearful and you must cower. You must lock down. Don't go to that restaurant. Don't go to that concert. Be paranoid, be fearful, and do as we tell you. Then when it comes to a vaccine that was developed a bit too quickly for my taste, well, now you're getting the opposite treatment. If you have valid concerns and fears, that doesn't concern the government. You must do as we tell you. Don't be afraid. Don't fear what we're forcing you to inject into your arm. I just can't help but notice the weird difference between those two things. You must act fearful the way we want you to when it grants us more power and control, and then you must act fearless and have no concerns in the way we want you to when it grants us more power and control. Oh boy, how does this work? The other thing I was thinking of was the U.S. Constitution, which the government hasn't cared about the day it was ratified, but it's always just worth noting, I think, how completely ignored it is. Where in the Constitution does it say that your liberty or rights are dependent on whether there's a virus going around? I've read the thing before. I don't remember seeing anything that even remotely implies that. And that's even with COVID, which is not a national emergency. Now, the way the federal government has responded and the curtailing of everyone's rights and liberties, that's a national emergency. But COVID itself is absolutely not a national emergency, which is an unsettling thought because look at what they've done with COVID. What are they going to try and pull when there is something that could actually be considered a national emergency? It's going to make what we're going through now look like some libertarian paradise. I mean, with COVID, there's a multitude of things that you can do. You can lose weight, get in shape, take vitamin D supplements. If you're immunocompromised or elderly, wear a mask, wear a face shield, wear gloves, disinfect your hands when you get home, don't touch your face, or just skip that altogether and have your groceries and everything you need delivered. Doing those things will lead to a monumental decrease in the probability that COVID causes you any health problems. But what happens when there might be a disease in which the things I just listed are not as effective? Well, at that point, prepare to get a free trip to North Korea, and you won't even have to leave your home to get there. But anyway, that's all for now. Like and subscribe, share this video with anyone you can. It's a huge help, and take it easy.